I have 3 of the best budget 60% keyboards on the market, the RK61, GK61, and SK61, and I'm going to determine which one is the best and worth your hard-earned money. Before we start the video, I have full reviews on each of these keyboards in the description below if you want to check them out after watching this video. And I will be giving my opinion on the best one of these 3 keyboards at the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned until the end of the video. Since this is to figure out the best budget 60% keyboard, the price is a big factor. The RK61 comes in at $65 US for the RGB version, or if you want to save even more money and don't care about RGB, you can get it for $55. The GK61 is $60 for the optical switch version or $70 for the regular switch version, and the SK61 comes in at $69. I got all these prices from Amazon.com, but I'm sure that you'll be able to spend some time and find them for a lot cheaper. For weight, the GK61 is the lightest at 1.18 pounds, the RK61 is 1.28 pounds, and the SK61 is the heaviest at 1.69 pounds. I personally like heavier keyboards as to me they feel higher quality, but some people prefer lighter keyboards if they're traveling a lot and bring their keyboard with them. So it's really more of a personal preference. The cases on all of these keyboards are very nice and have good rubber feet so they won't slide around. Also, none of them offer height adjustment as the angle they come at is perfectly fine. The GK61 and SK61 appear to use the exact same case, which has a matte finish and looks super sleek. And it also has the USB-C port on the left side, which is normal for most keyboards and is what I prefer. While the RK61 has a sort of glossy matte finish and the logo on the front of the case, which doesn't look as clean as the GK61 and SK61. And it also has the USB-C port in the center, which is odd, so I would say the GK61 and SK61 win this category. As for color options, the RK61 and GK61 both come in either black or white, while the SK61 comes in a few other color options to match your setup theme, which is very nice. The GK61 and RK61 both use ABS plastic for their keycaps and are both backlit, while the SK61 uses higher quality PBT plastic, meaning they will last a little bit longer, though they are not backlit so they don't look as good as the rest in my opinion. The RK61 has a more smooth finish to the keycaps, while the GK61 has a matte-like finish, which is also nice. I'm just more used to the finish on the RK61. I would say the SK61 has the highest quality of keycaps, but I enjoy the looks of the GK61 and RK61s more, and I would give a slight edge in this category to the RK61. Although the keycaps are probably the easiest things to change on a keyboard if you wanted to in the future, so I don't really put much weight onto this category. Now for switches. The RK61 uses their own brand of switches, and they are pretty similar to Gateron switches and come in either brown, red, or blue. The SK61 is hot swappable and uses Gateron optical switches. The GK61 is also hot swappable and uses Gateron optical switches, but you can also get it with regular switches, which I would recommend getting over the regular version as I enjoy normal mechanical switches more. Because while optical switches do feel slightly smoother and last a little longer than regular switches, they are a lot louder and they also feel a little fake, and there's not as many switch variants for them as there are for regular electrical switches. As well as if you want the keyboard with more customization, the RK61 doesn't allow for you to take out your switches, so you can't lube the stabilizers or the switches to make the board quieter and feel better, which is a huge advantage to the GK61 and SK61, as out of the box, all of these keyboards are pretty loud. Here's a quick sound test for all of these keyboards so you can hear for yourself. I got the RK61 in brown switches, the SK61 in brown Gateron optical switches, and the GK61 in red Gateron optical switches. So here you go. As usual, we need to cover RGB. The SK61 seems to be the dullest because it doesn't have backlit keycaps, but it is pretty similar to the GK61. But still, both are a lot less bright compared to the RK61, which definitely has the best looking RGB out of the three. All three keyboards' RGB can be controlled on board or with each of their softwares. Speaking of software, I have a video on the RK61 software because a lot of people were having trouble installing it, including myself. And even after I posted that video, many people still had trouble with it. But once you do get it installed, if you can, it is fairly average, although it does allow you to do everything that you want to do, including setting macros and changing the RGB lights. On the other hand, the GK61 and SK61 both use the same software, which is pretty easy to install and offers a lot of customization, but it also does take a lot of time to learn. The winner in the software department is definitely the GK61 and SK61. The best overall design in my opinion is the GK61, as it looks the best to me and comes with backlit keycaps, and the case is very nice looking. The SK61, although it does have the same case, the keycaps aren't backlit and just don't look as good to me. And the RK61 does have nice keycaps, but the logo on the front of the case is not as smooth looking as the others and kind of takes away from the overall design. All of these keyboards can be used wired or wireless as well, but I wouldn't use it for competitive games, as with most other wireless keyboards, there is a slight lag. Something that is also important with 60% keyboards is its arrow key functionality, and they are all pretty similar in how they use them, which is great. You can just press function and use them as normal, which makes it pretty simple, as you can just use it with one hand. Also, if you're using this for a Mac, all the keyboards are Mac compatible, but the SK61 comes with extra keycaps if you're using it for a Mac. Overall, I put the SK61 in third place, the RK61 in second, and the GK61 in first place. The RK61 is a close second as it has the best RGB, but the design and the fact that it isn't hot swappable brings it down a little bit. Also, the SK61 is just too similar to the GK61 and not quite as good as the GK61. To me is the best, as it's hot swappable with regular switches for only $5 more than the RK61 on Amazon. Honestly, I wish I got the GK61 with regular switches, but even without them, I still feel it is better than the RK61, and it is definitely the best budget 60% keyboard I have ever tried. Although all of these keyboards are great and you can't really go wrong with any of them, so if you like another keyboard in this video and you want to buy that one instead, you can't go wrong, so just buy it if you really want to. I have links to all of these keyboards in the description below, and they are my Amazon affiliate links, so they will help me out a little bit. So if you are going to purchase it, please use those links down below. Also, let me know what keyboard you think is the best in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and if you want to, I will leave a link for my Discord channel in the description below, and I will see you guys next time.